How's it going, guys? Quick little commentary. Well, as quick as it can be for a 13-minute long video. This is a Triple Threat TLC match, an online Triple Threat TLC match. I'm pretty sure a bunch of people requested a TLC match, so it's not just any TLC match one-on-one, it's a Triple Threat match. I had a one-on-one TLC match, but that matchup was just, I didn't like that match. The guy I was playing against was just, he was doing some annoying things. I was gonna upload the video, but then I decided, you know what, I don't want to commentate over something that's, you know, a match that annoyed me. So I decided to, the day after, have a few other TLC matches, this being one of them. And, yeah, I'm posting it up. So, it is Alberto Del Rio versus Antonio Cesaro and Goldberg. And this is kind of an odd matchup, or an odd pairing of superstars here. I don't think we'd see a matchup like this, like Del Rio, Goldberg, and Antonio Cesaro. Kind of a weird combination. But, yeah, we had a bunch of these TLC matches. I had, like, I think 2 more TLC matches with the same 2 guys that are playing in this matchup. By the way, I think I forgot to point this out, but I'm playing as Alberto Del Rio. Actually, I probably should have asked you guys to guess once again who I was playing as, but whatever, it doesn't matter. And the guys playing as Goldberg and Antonio Cesaro, I enjoy playing them. Like I said, we played 2 other TLC matches. I think this was the last TLC match I played with these 2 guys, but not the last TLC match I played that day. That day, actually, we played, which, by the way, that day was today, just really late at night, or really early in the morning, depending on how you look at it, depending on how you see it. It was like at, I don't know, 3:30, or 3 something in the morning, maybe, to 4 something in the morning. And right after this TLC match, I had another TLC match involving actually one of my viewers, or a subscriber. I was also playing as Alberto Del Rio in that matchup, and that was a good TLC match too. Great TLC match. Thing is, though, that TLC match was almost half an hour long, so it was a long ass TLC match. I mean, I consider this match long, a 13-minute long matchup, but freaking half an hour, that's, you know, more than double the amount of time of this video. And of course, on YouTube, you'll find a lot of times people's attention span isn't, you know, like they might not want to sit that long to watch like a half an hour long video. But I do know actually that you guys do like long matches. Well, at least some of you do. So, you know, I'll see. I might upload it, I might not. If I do upload, maybe I'll separate it into a few parts. And by the way, check this out right here. I love it. Oh, Goldberg interrupted that move right there. At that point, I was like, you know what, Goldberg, you're gonna get it. Just because you interrupted my signature move. And look at this. I no longer have the signature move. It's one of my favorite new signature moves in the game this year. The Del Rio super kick, kneeling super kick, whatever you want to call it. Whatever Del Rio calls it. I don't think he calls it anything. I don't think it has a name. It's just a freaking super kick while your opponent's, you know, slowly getting back up. And Goldberg, for some reason, decided to interrupt. Whether it was accidental or not, he interrupted my signature move. And, you know, I was using this signature move a lot in this matchup. I was using this signature move a lot in all of the TLC matches I played, because I wasn't really using Del Rio's finisher. Thing is, I actually thought Del Rio's finisher, if I would have hit Del Rio's finisher in this matchup, that it would have been the cross arm breaker. And right here, I'm stacking the tables. You know, I'm trying to set things up for a possible cool spot in the matchup. But Antonio Cesaro climbed up the ladder, so had to get back in the ring and try and stop him. But I think Goldberg did before me. What was I even saying before? Yeah. So I wasn't really doing Del Rio's finisher in this matchup. I don't even think I hit Del Rio's finisher in this match, because of course Del Rio's finisher is the cross arm breaker. So I thought if I would have hit the finisher, it would have been a cross arm breaker, submission move. I didn't see really too much point in that. Antonio Cesaro with the very European uppercuts. But I was actually wrong. I don't know if I find out in this TLC match or the TLC match after this, but in one of the TLC matches I played, I did, Del Rio's finisher, and it ended up being a pile driver. So I guess for this year's game, when it comes to finishers in like TLC matches, ladder matches, matches where you can't actually pin your opponent or make them submit, then your finisher gets changed to your alternate finisher, which you can set up in your moveset, create a moveset or whatever. So yeah, I ended up hitting like 2 pile drivers in that matchup instead of the cross arm breaker. I felt, and at that point when I hit the finisher, I actually wanted to hit the cross arm breaker. I don't know, I felt like locking that on. I was actually working on my opponent's arm at that time. So, speaking of TLC matches and matches I had the past couple of days, had some interesting matches, both some great matches, really fun matches to play, but also had, I had this terrible tag team matchup because my opponent, and the thing is, it was a tag team match. We played a tag team match against like these 2 random guys, and from what I remember, we played a matchup before. We played 2 matches. First matchup was okay. From what I remember, there was nothing. There was no signs of these 2 guys being cheap. Of these 2 guys, using like unblockable tactics or things like that. And then we played a rematch. This time they chose different characters, and that matchup was so freaking annoying. It was a terrible matchup. 95% of the match consisted of one of the opponents doing the same freaking move over and over again because it's freaking unbreakable or whatever, uninterruptible. You can't interrupt it. And he would do that move, and when he would do it, if let's say he would do that move on me, my partner can't get in and interrupt that move. It was, by the way, like a tornado tag team match. My partner can't interrupt the move. He can punch him, grapple, doesn't work. If he same goes when he was doing it on my partner, I couldn't interrupt the move. And keep in mind, these were 2 guys. This was a regular tag team matchup, and the other guy would just help him out. For that move, he would stop one of us from, freaking letting him do that move, or if we countered the move before he actually hit the move, his partner would put us back in the position for his cheap partner. Well, they're both freaking cheap, but the partner, I know I'm freaking confusing you guys with this explanation, but bottom line, had some fun matches, had some great matches, had some matches with some terrible cheap opponents. And I even recorded that. I mean, I wasn't. The only problem though is I didn't record the entire matchup. I wasn't recording the matchup from the beginning. I don't record everything. And in the middle of the matchup or something like that, I decided to hit the record button just in case I decide one day to show you guys how cheap this guy really is. And by the way, I'm not talking about any of the 2 guys in this matchup. These 2 guys were fine. I'm talking about somebody else. So yeah, enough talk about that. But also, the day before I faced this one dude in a TLC match, one-on-one TLC match, I was also playing as Alberto Del Rio in the matchup. And he would delay his moves for so freaking long. You know how sometimes people will, like, grab you and make you stand up like that, but while you're groggy, in a groggy state, they'll wait like freaking eternity before grappling you just to confuse you, just so you don't know when to counter. That's like one of the most annoying things ever, and it's been happening since like what, SmackDown vs. Raw 2011 maybe, where you grab an opponent, pick them up so they're in the groggy state, and then, I don't know, maybe you want to hit like a regular groggy grapple or a signature move or a finisher, just because you don't want the guy to counter at all. You just wait there, like right in front of him for, I don't know, 10 seconds or however long you want to wait. It's a pretty freaking long time, and then finally do the grapple. He was doing that constantly in the matchup, and it was just annoying. It's one of the things I least like when facing off against, other players. But aside from those two matches, I had a pretty good experience. I've played some pretty fun matches like this one. And I also played, like I said, another TLC match with one of the viewers. And he even commented, I saw your comments on, I think, the Elimination Chamber video. And funny thing is, we played a Triple Threat TLC match. I won the TLC match, and then I played a tag team matchup. He joined in the tag team match against me, so he was facing off against me. I think he had a random partner. I don't think he knew who the partner was. Like, I don't think he's on his friend list or anything. And I also had a random partner. And we played the matchup. My cannery game was total shit in the two tag team matches we played. And first matchup ends in a disqualification. His partner, for some reason, would just randomly get in the ring, and in the end, he got in the ring way too long, past the 5-second limit. So disqualification. Me and my team win, but it says it's freaking disqualification win, so it doesn't count. And then we have this second tag team matchup, and I'm playing as Jack Swagger. My random partner decides to pick Antonio Cesaro. First matchup, I picked Darren Young, and my random partner picked Titus O'Neil, which I was happy about, because that's the reason why I picked Darren Young. So I was hoping somebody else would pick Titus O'Neil, or when I picked Jack Swagger, hoping somebody else picks Antonio. So he does, and he was playing as Seth Rollins, and his partner was playing as, I think, Roman Reigns. Yeah, I think so. And in that matchup, he was doing pretty damn well. It looked like he was trying to get some payback from that TLC match, and he was beating me up for a good portion of the match. But a bunch of things happened in that matchup too. First off, my tag team partner at some point just stops freaking playing and just standing there on the apron. I was trying to tag him in at some point, but he just wasn't moving, and then Roman Reigns kind of runs towards him, and he just bumps off the apron and just stands there on the outside, not doing anything. And then at some point, he just runs up the ramp and just stays there for a short while. And I hit like 2 gut wrench power bombs on Roman Reigns, but there was no point in going for the cover because Seth Rollins was going to interrupt. He actually interrupted the second pinfall, so I was left to fight off against 2 people. And in the end, Seth Rollins hits his finisher on me, but his freaking partner gets him disqualified, so we'll never know what happened there. Anyways, running out of time. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, you can click that like button. I'd really appreciate it. And with that said, I'm out, guys. See ya.